Well, I'm Chad, and this is my wife Casey and our son Joshua. And I guess I'd start out by talking about kind of how we settled in on Imagine Homes, and we're in the Willis Ranch community. We actually looked for homes for probably 18 months, knowing that I was going to retire from the Army and we were going to move north of San Antonio. Probably looked at 5 or 6 different home builders in several different neighborhoods. Even looked at a lot of different existing homes up in that area. And really, it was just kind of driving into Willis Ranch, and the first time we walked into the Imagine Homes, it was kind of, it just felt like home. It was
Your
just,
jaw dropped.
Yeah, it was. Well, my jaw dropped when we walked into the garage. Our floor plan happens to have a tandem garage, which fits the boat. So that was for me. Her jaw dropped when she saw the beautiful kitchens, and then of course the boys when they walked upstairs and saw a huge game room. So there really was a little bit of something for everyone in the family. And then of course when we started talking about electric bills were a lot lower than normal homes, and all of the other efficiency parts of Imagine Homes, it was a pretty easy decision. And quite honestly, we went way above and beyond what we thought our original budget was going to be, because we really believed the value of the Imagine home was so much better than even some of the much less expensive homes we've been looking at.
Nice. So then you're already in your home.
Yes, we moved in early August.
And you're loving it.
We're loving it.
Yes.
We're loving the neighborhood. We love the home, our utility bills, and we moved out of a rental home that was about 1,800 square foot. Our utility bills have averaged about $75 to $100 less than the 1,800 square foot home.
How big is your current home?
It's 3,000 square foot.
Wow.
And it's been comfortable. It's not like we've been
Right.
suffering through, we actually get to sleep in the summertime with blankets on because we can keep it cool enough to be able to do that. So we haven't really changed our lifestyle any. It's just a much more efficient home. What I've noticed here in the last several days, it's been cooler. So cool, in fact, that it would get too cold at night to open up the windows. But in any other home I've ever lived in, when it gets down into the low 50s, then the heat's going to kick on at some point.
Right.
And it hasn't. It's just been, you can't feel a little breeze coming through the windows, or it feels so tight. I don't think our heat or air conditioning has kicked on in probably a week and a half in this really mild weather.
Wow.
And I have to chalk it up to the fact that just everything is structurally very tight in that home.
So what would you say to someone who's thinking about buying an Imagine home?
I would say you have to take a look at it. There's nothing that you can look at when you walk into an Imagine home. It doesn't, quite honestly, it has looked like many of the other manufacturers that we've walked into. But there's just the little things. Many of the homes we looked at, it was standard granite in the kitchen and not any place else. Where, at least in our neighborhood, it was standard granite throughout the home. And that was one of the first things that Casey noticed walking into that home, walking into the bathroom. It was the first one where we'd been to where we thought, oh man, this is going to be an upgrade. Nope. Dana said it's not an upgrade, it's standard granite in the bathroom. So there's little things like that in the Imagine homes that it takes, at least it took us looking at 4 or 5 or 6 different manufacturers in order to be able to kind of pick that stuff out and notice it. But then once we did, it was a pretty easy decision.
All right. Thanks. Anybody else have anything to say?
Nope. We love our home. It's home. It's not just a house. It's home. Joshua?
And the game room's cool, huh?
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.